Hey, what's up, traders? For those of you that were there in the chat room on Friday, I remember distinctly somebody in pre-market saying that they kind of remember quad witching days usually end up being pretty darn boring. Whoever that was, can't remember. Very, very smart though, and probably pretty good looking. It's just a sense that I have. And if you go to the intraday, pretty much what happened, right? We gap down, then we take out the early highs, then we roll over and take out the early lows. Total chop fest, and most of the day was in a very, very narrow range. And back to the daily, you can kind of see pretty narrow range for the SPY, relatively speaking, to most recent candles. So it's just a dead day, but I'm looking forward to next week. Let's see what we're watching. AAOI, big breakout on Friday. We're going to see if that gives any kind of setup. Remember, I'm in cash every night. These are things that might give me a trade on the following trading day, which would be Monday. So, excuse me, AVYA had a nice little rally here. I could kind of zoom in so you can kind of see it better, so it's not scrunched together. But I mean, it ran from, let's see, like what was this low on August 18th? From 60 cents all the way up to on September 6th. So, you know, like in a couple weeks to 230. So that, even though it doesn't look like much on the chart, that's like quadruple, right? Four times what it was. And then it looked like it was rolling over. It's holding up pretty well. And let me switch to intraday for Friday and pan out a little bit. And you can kind of see the volume that came in here, right? It ended up flagging. So to me, the chart is interesting, and it's certainly one I want to watch, even though I don't love stocks in that price range. It's one of the more interesting ones, actually, to me for Monday. IMTE, again, because of this big move back here, everything's scrunched together. If I zoom in, kind of scoot over, you can kind of see the magnitude of the intraday move on Friday. And I'll give you the numbers. It went from 141 to 208. So a pretty nice percentage move, but closing well off of its highs. There's a kind of zoomed in version of the daily, but definitely in a week tape deserves to be on watch because of the strength on Friday. RGLS, and let me pan out a little bit here. I like to kind of get this 4 to 5 to 6 month view on the daily. RGLS had this big pop about a week ago, then gapped down, ran again, and really it's been chopping sideways. Held up pretty well on Friday though. So for me, that it goes on long watch. YOSH, recent IPO, has not yet broken a previous day's high since it IPO'd. It went up to what, 650 on IPO day, and now it's down at $1.78. I am putting this one on bounce watch. Not like I look at this chart and I'm bullish, but at the same time, the pendulum will swing one of these days, and people will start buying it. So we're gonna have it on a chart. APRN just goes right back on bounce watch. If you switch to 5-minute candles here, we got an early run, but you guys know what I like on something that is a recent high flyer that I have on bounce watch. These vertical lines are the opening bell. I like an afternoon break of the early high, which you had a morning. You set the high in the morning here, 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 right? So going back all the way up till, it was over 820, and now it's in the fives. Going back this far, it has not broken out in the afternoon. It is kind of down to support now, or close to it. So it just goes right back on watch. Pixie goes back on bounce watch again. It had that huge move and maybe found support on Friday. That's PIXY. INM kind of in the same space in that it's just a recent reverse split that went nuts, and maybe now it's come down to a level, kind of a nice narrow range on Friday. Maybe it's come down to a level where we could get a really nice percentage bounce on that one, and or Pixie, and or NRBO. Another recent reverse split that went absolutely nuts, and now has come down, back to reality. One of these days, I think the recent reverse splits will get found again, and if we have them on charts, we can take advantage of an A-plus setup if we're right there for it, right? Oracle ORCL, after earnings on this day, it's just been straight down. I'm just looking for a snapback bounce. PXMD, couldn't really catch any kind of a bid after the IPO, and then it gapped up, but still couldn't. And then finally, we had a day that it really rallied. It went from 316 to 547. That's a huge move percentage-wise. And now it's rolled over back down near support. So I'm putting that one on bounce watch. HKD, let me give you some numbers on this one. In 2 days, so this would have been on Wednesday morning, it was basically $46. And then Thursday, it went to 385. I know that's insane, but look what it did back here. Anyway, then we've got a couple of red days, so I am going to put it on watch because of the moves it can make. It's super thin, so be careful. Even if it gives an A+ setup, be careful with your position size. And then ZFOX, just recent relative strength, so I'm going to put it on a chart. That's it. We'll find some gappers in the pre-market as well. And that's it for me. I'm going to go enjoy my Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see everybody in the chat room on Monday.